Welcome to Frywall Fridays. Today we're making enchiladas. Now these are going to be a little bit different than the enchiladas you see in Mexican restaurants with a lot of cheese and a lot of meat. These really focus on the two key ingredients in most Mexican cooking, corn and chilies. So our corn comes in the shape of tortillas, of course, and for the chilies we have ancho chilies. Ancho chilies are the dried version of poblanos, and obviously they're the key ingredients in something called enchilada, which means basically enrobed in chili or chili sauce. Then we have a little bit of cheese we're gonna top the enchiladas with, some onions, and then some lettuce and cilantro we're gonna use for a very simple salad alongside. Let's get cooking. I'm going to start by removing the stems from the ancho chilies, cutting them in two, and removing all of the seeds. Ancho chilies are slightly spicy, but they're a lot spicier if you leave the seeds inside. Why does the recipe call for dried chilies rather than poblanos? If you get these, when you start opening them up, you'll smell this wonderful, rich flavor, almost raisiny, and that's the dimension of flavor you wouldn't otherwise get with a fresh chili. The anchos are now seeded. I'm going to go ahead and tear them into probably like in half like that. And next I'm going to roast these quickly on a very hot dry pan to release a little bit more of the flavor. I have a really hot cast iron pizza pan here. You can also use a regular pan. They're going to take about 20 seconds per side, just long enough for a thin wisp of smoke to start coming off of them. The next step is going to be to reconstitute the anchos with water. So we're going to put them in the blender we're going to use later on to just save on the cleanup. I'm going to put it right in there. And we're going to add about 3 cups of hot water, just so they're completely covered. And then to make sure they stay submerged, I'm just going to put a spoon on top of that so they stay under. And we're going to leave this to reconstitute for about half an hour. While that's happening, we can work on our other ingredients. I'm going to start by grating some cotija cheese. Next, I'm going to slice half a white onion very, very thinly. And finally, I'm going to chop up some romaine and also some cilantro, and that's going to make our very simple salad at the end, and we will dress it with a little bit of vinegar right before serving. The anchos are now reconstituted. They're nice and soft. We're ready to make the sauce. Now we don't need all the water, so we're going to pour off about half of it. That's about right. Get this on the blender. Add 2 cloves of garlic, a nice pinch of salt, and we're going to go ahead and blitz that. We went for about 30 seconds, got the sauce nice and smooth, but we're still going to run it through a sieve just to make sure we get any gritty parts out. And there we have our beautiful, rich chili we're going to be dipping our tortillas in. It smells incredible. Have about a tablespoon of oil heating up, and I'm going to dip the tortillas into the chili. And then I'm going to put them right into the pan and fry them up for about 20 seconds per side. That looks great. And then I'm going to put them onto a baking sheet in groups of 3, and that's going to be our serving size. When the pan starts to get dry, just go ahead and add a little bit more oil and keep on going. We're done frying up all the tortillas, but let's bring them back up to heat. I'm going to put them in the oven at 350 for about 5 minutes. And these are ready to plate. 3 at a time. We're going to put these right on a plate like that. Get the toppings on. A nice, generous helping of cheese. Some of our sliced onions here. And we have the salad. We toss just with a little bit of vinegar and salt. Like that. And I personally like this with a little squeeze of lime, so put that on the side of the plate. I think you're going to be surprised by how beautifully the ancho chilies and the corn come through on this, and there's a beautiful mix of spiciness and heat and earthiness. This is one of my all-time favorite Mexican dishes. I hope you enjoy.